I've seen it all. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly. But guys, that first kiss is not that hard. Stay tuned to find out how you can save yourself some embarrassment and make a flawless first move every time. Hey guys, what's up? It's Jackie here with the Attractive Man Team, and today I'll be counting down the top 5 ways you can make any girl want to kiss you. Stay tuned for the last one. That's my personal favorite. All right, let's get started. All right, you guys, the main thing you need to become comfortable with before attempting any of the following tactics is tension. Creating and playing with the tension that happens the moments preceding a kiss is really going to make or break how effective that kiss really is. As humans, we are naturally inclined to break any kind of tension we run into in our daily lives. This could be in our personal lives, our work lives, and our dating lives. So if you fail to master this art of tension, well, that kiss is going to fall flat. Take this scenario. You invite a girl over, you start a movie, and you start to lean in, and what does she do? She backs away, right? She dodges it. Does this sound familiar? I know it does. And I can honestly say, you guys, from the other side of things, that the only thing the girl is thinking about in that moment is, I'm trying to watch a movie here, dude. The problem here is that you didn't build up any sort of tension in order to incentivize her to break it. Luckily for you guys, I've compiled a list of 5 easy and effective ways to build tension in order to make that girl want to kiss you. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell notification button so you never miss out on new advice. Starting off with number 5, you guys, we have the playful approach. Now this approach is going to be awesome for you fun, laid back kind of guys because it not only allows you to show off your fun-loving personality, but it's the perfect segue into that kiss. So you're going to want to find some sort of childlike activity and amp it up a little bit. Make it a little bit more sensual if you know what I mean. So the best ways to do this are through tickling and play wrestling. Take this example. You're hanging out with a girl, preferably on a couch or bed somewhere private. This wouldn't necessarily work that well in a bar or club setting. And if you guys start hitting it off, try to pick up a playful tickling battle. This tactic works because it not only decreases the proximity between the two of you guys, but it also involves a type of body contact, which is a surefire way to increase tension that girl is going to want to break. Another little added tidbit about this approach is that if you do go with the playful wrestling tactic and you wrap your arms around that girl, she is going to feel a sense of security and automatically see you as more masculine, which, coming from a girl's perspective, is one of the most attractive traits a guy can embody. Moving on to number 4, we have the clever approach. Now this approach is a little bit different than the rest of them because it doesn't involve any type of body contact. So if you are a little bit weary about where to touch a girl without freaking her out, this might be the best tactic for you. This tactic involves the use of clever games. Now let me give you an example. One time back in college, I was hanging out with a guy after a party and there was a beer pong table nearby. If you aren't familiar with what beer pong is, it's basically just a game where you aim a ping pong ball into a cup and try to make it in. And so what this guy did is he picked up a ping pong ball that was lying on the ground and said, if I make this shot, you owe me a kiss, right? It was simple and it worked. Boys, just make sure that whatever you're betting on, you can actually do because otherwise that would be a little embarrassing. Another option for you guys is playing 20 questions. Now I know this sounds a little bit lame, but hear me out. Girls love talking about themselves. So if you guys are hanging out and you bring up the idea of 20 questions, it's very likely that she's going to reciprocate. The idea here is that you want to steadily ask questions in order to increase tension until you finally get to that last question and you say something like, how much do you want to kiss me? It's probably going to end with her answering by kissing you. This approach saves you embarrassment and a slap face because it kind of acts like a safety net. You will know immediately after asking that question or making that bet if she actually wants you to kiss her or not just by reading her facial expressions. All right, moving on to number 3, we have the flirty approach. Now this approach involves talking about kissing before actually kissing, which I know sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but hear me out a little bit. One time I was watching a movie with a guy and I made some sort of comment about how the couple on the screen was kissing. This eventually led into a conversation about our favorite ways to kiss and who was a better kisser until eventually we had to prove each other wrong. This approach works because talking about something before actually doing it is going to successfully increase tension. Now I know this tactic involves a little bit more advanced conversing skills, especially if the girl doesn't bring up the idea of kissing like I did. However, you can make it 10 times easier for you guys by checking out the free conversation cheat sheet listed in the description box below, which is going to easily and effectively outline how you can escalate any conversation like a pro. So don't miss out on any of these tips, you guys. Check it out after this video. Number 2 is called the intense approach. This approach is going to use body language in order to build tension. It's pretty common because you can build an intense tension, which is why we are calling it the intense approach. Starting off with the basics, you're going to want to look at the majority of her body. Look to see if her torso is facing you. If it is, you know you have her attention and you're good to go. After that, you're going to want to try to catch her gaze. Now this one is really important, you guys, because looking into someone's eyes is scientifically proven to increase the bonding between two individuals due to the release of a hormone called oxytocin. Once you catch her gaze, you can even add on some little nuances, such as letting your knee touch her knee, or even, pushing a lock of hair behind her ear. These are really effective, and it's probably going to end with her breaking this intense tension by kissing you. Alright, and finishing off with number 1, we have the spontaneous approach. Now this approach, you guys, is going to be the hardest to pull off, but it's also the most memorable, which is why girls love it. It doesn't seem forced and it doesn't seem rehearsed, so this is going to be a really memorable kiss for the girl. This could be as simple as walking from one venue to another and just stopping and saying, "Oh, I forgot something," and just leaning in and kissing that girl. The trick here, you guys, is that you want to find a time where the girl is going to allow the kiss to happen, but won't necessarily expect it. So with this one, you're going to want to be cognizant of where the conversation is going to know when exactly to use this technique. Alright, you guys, those are my 5 practical ways you can make any girl want to kiss you. Make sure you let me know in the comments below which one of these you're excited to try out. And also, while you're there, check out the free conversation cheat sheet listed in the description box below. Thanks, you guys. See you in the next video.